The Marathon Digital Holdings stock I shared with you just weeks ago is now up 10%, and it's making subscribers serious money. But here's while this Bitcoin mining powerhouse is trading at just $10.50 right now, and it's sitting on what could be one of the biggest opportunities in the entire cryptocurrency and digital asset space. Stick around because today we're breaking down exactly why this stock is positioned for a potential explosion.
Welcome back to Velocity Stocks. I'm Sterling, and I hope you're enjoying the stock picks we've been sharing with our community. Before we dive into today's analysis, I need you to do two things. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Why? Because we drop comprehensive stock analysis like this every single week, and you don't want to miss the next opportunity that could deliver life-changing returns. Our channel is built on one thing: finding undervalued stocks trading below their true potential, backed by real catalysts and real fundamentals. We do the research so you don't have to. So let's get into Marathon Digital Holdings. Before we even talk about Marathon Digital specifically, we need to understand why the digital asset technology and cryptocurrency mining sector is absolutely critical right now. Here's the macro picture. We're in the middle of a massive structural shift in how the world thinks about digital assets, blockchain technology, and decentralized finance. Bitcoin has become institutional money. We've seen Bitcoin ETFs approved, we've seen major corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, and we've seen governments starting to consider Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. This creates unprecedented demand for Bitcoin mining capacity. Here's what matters. Bitcoin mining is the process that secures the entire Bitcoin network and creates new Bitcoin. As Bitcoin becomes more valuable and more widely adopted, Bitcoin miners become increasingly important infrastructure. It's like owning gold mines during a gold rush. The price of gold matters, but the infrastructure that extracts it is even more critical. We're also seeing a shift in energy dynamics. Mining companies are increasingly using renewable energy and excess energy capacity, which is creating a positive narrative around the sector. Governments are starting to view Bitcoin mining as an economic development opportunity. The tailwind is real. Bitcoin adoption is accelerating. Institutional demand is skyrocketing, and miners like Marathon Digital are positioned perfectly to capitalize on this shift. We are early in this cycle, and smart investors are positioning before the mainstream media catches up. Now let's talk about the company itself. We're analyzing Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA, trading on the NASDAQ. Marathon Digital was founded in 2010 and is headquartered in America. The company employs 228 team members and is one of the largest Bitcoin mining operations in the entire world. What does Marathon Digital do? They operate industrial-scale Bitcoin mining facilities across multiple locations in North America. They deploy specialized computing hardware, manage complex energy logistics, and operate 24/7 to maximize Bitcoin production. Marathon Digital doesn't just hold a small amount of Bitcoin. They hold thousands of Bitcoin on their balance sheet, making them a direct play on Bitcoin appreciation plus the mining operation itself. That's the key insight. Marathon Digital has two profit engines. One, they generate revenue from mining new Bitcoin. Two, they hold Bitcoin, which appreciates as the asset class grows. That's a powerful combination. Okay, here are the 7 reasons why Marathon Digital could absolutely explode from current levels. First, severely depressed valuation despite massive Bitcoin holdings. At just $10.50, Marathon Digital is trading at a depressed multiple despite holding thousands of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. The company's Bitcoin holdings alone are worth billions. This is a textbook case of a market inefficiency. The stock is disconnected from fundamental value. Second, Bitcoin is entering a structural bull market. We've just seen Bitcoin ETFs approved. We've seen major corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets. And we've seen governments starting to consider Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. This creates unprecedented demand for Bitcoin mining capacity. Mining economics are improving. As Bitcoin prices increase, mining becomes more profitable. Marathon Digital's operational efficiency is world-class. They're positioned to capture outsized profits as Bitcoin prices rise. The leverage here is powerful. A 50% move in Bitcoin could translate to a 200% move in Marathon Digital stock. Energy transition tailwinds. Marathon Digital is increasingly using renewable energy and stranded energy resources, which is creating a positive narrative around the company and reducing operational costs. Energy costs are the primary expense in Bitcoin mining, so efficiency gains directly translate to profit increases. Potential acquisition target with strategic value. Before you think this is just a Bitcoin bet, understand this. Larger technology companies and financial institutions are hungry to build Bitcoin mining capabilities. Marathon Digital, with its operational expertise and existing infrastructure, is an acquisition target. A takeover could mean a substantial premium to current prices. Stock buyback potential. As mining profitability improves, management has indicated they'll use cash flow for strategic buybacks. Buybacks reduce share count and increase earnings per share, which drives stock price appreciation. This is accretive to remaining shareholders. Undervalued relative to industry peers. Comparable Bitcoin miners trade at higher valuations despite similar or lower operational efficiency. Marathon Digital is trading at a discount. As the market recognizes the company's value, multiple expansion could trigger a major rally. Let's talk numbers because numbers don't lie. Current stock price, $10.50. That's significantly below where it was just a couple of years ago, which creates the opportunity we're looking at today. Market capitalization, $3.75 billion. Here's what that means. Marathon Digital is valued at approximately $3.75 billion, but the company holds thousands of Bitcoin. At current Bitcoin prices near $70,000, the company's Bitcoin holdings alone could be worth $4 billion or more. This means the market is essentially valuing Marathon Digital's actual mining operation at negative value. That's a massive inefficiency. Average trading volume, 41 million shares per day. That's exceptional liquidity. This is not an illiquid penny stock. This is a major exchange-listed company with institutional ownership, options chains, and a real trading volume. You can get in and out of positions without any problems. Now let's look at the price action over different timeframes because this tells a story. 1 month range, we've been trading between $9 and $12. That's a tight consolidation right around current levels, suggesting we're at a potential inflection point. 6 month range, $9 to $22. The stock has doubled from its lows 6 months ago, but pulled back to current levels. Notice the technical support at $9. The stock has bounced off this level multiple times. We're getting close to that support level again, which creates a risk-reward opportunity. 1 year range, $9 to $22. Over the past year, Marathon Digital has traded in this range. We're currently in the lower half of the range, which historically precedes breakouts. 5 year range, $4 to $75. Here's the critical insight. The 5-year low is $4, just 62% below current prices. But the 5-year high is $75, which is 614% above current prices. The risk-reward is heavily skewed to the upside. Even if Bitcoin just stabilizes at current levels, Marathon Digital could recover to $50 or $60 or higher. All-time high, $150. The stock hit $150 back in 2014 during the first Bitcoin bull market. Now, I'm not saying the stock will return to $150, but even a conservative recovery to $50 or $60 represents a 376 to 471% move from current levels. The technical chart suggests we're setting up for a major breakout. Before you make any decisions, I need to be crystal clear about something. This is not financial advice. I'm an educator sharing research and analysis. What I'm not doing is telling you to buy this stock. You could lose your entire investment. Bitcoin is volatile. If Bitcoin crashes, mining operations become unprofitable. Marathon Digital could go lower, significantly lower. The company's profitability is directly tied to Bitcoin's price. If Bitcoin falls 50%, Marathon Digital could fall 70 to 80%. Position sizing is critical. If you're considering Marathon Digital, this should represent only a small portion of your investment capital. I'm talking 2 to 5% of your investment capital maximum. This is not a core holding. This is a speculative position with both significant upside and downside potential. Volatility is extreme. Mining stocks are volatile. You could see 20 to 30% swings in either direction within days or weeks. If you can't stomach that kind of price movement without panic selling, this stock is not for you. Regulatory risk is real. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency mining face regulatory uncertainty. Governments could impose restrictions, ban mining, or regulate the industry in ways that impact profitability. These are real business risks that could significantly impact the stock price. Energy costs could increase. If energy prices spike, mining profitability declines significantly. Marathon Digital's operational costs are tied to electricity prices. An energy crisis could destroy margins and profitability. Do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. Read the quarterly earnings reports, look at the balance sheet, look at Bitcoin holdings, understand operational efficiency metrics, make your own informed decision. This is a Bitcoin proxy. Marathon Digital is fundamentally a bet on Bitcoin appreciation combined with mining operational expertise. If you don't believe in Bitcoin long-term, this stock probably isn't for you. But if you do believe Bitcoin is going higher, Marathon Digital is a leveraged play on that thesis. Let me recap what we've covered today. Marathon Digital Holdings is a Bitcoin mining powerhouse trading at just $10.50. The company holds thousands of Bitcoin on their balance sheet, operates world-class mining facilities, and is positioned perfectly for the next phase of Bitcoin adoption. The stock has gone from $4 to $75 in the past 5 years, and right now it's trading at depressed valuations that create